The moment a boss says, "We are family here," the job changes. The contract stays the same, and the pay stays the same, but the list of things you're now expected to accept without pushing back expands instantly. Welcome to Marcus versus the Machine. Today, we are decoding the most manipulative phrase in corporate America, and how companies use the illusion of belonging to extract your unpaid labor. A contract defines duties, compensation, and the limits of each. A family does none of those things. It runs on loyalty, sacrifice, and emotional obligation without a clear endpoint. When a company borrows the vocabulary of family, it is asking you to operate under family rules while being paid under contract rules. The company gets the compliance that a family produces while keeping the flexibility that a contract allows, and that incompatibility is the entire point. Humans have a basic neurological need to belong. The company exploits this by offering symbolic intimacy, birthday cakes, team lunches, and thoughtful messages. In return, the worker offers real sacrifice, giving up time beyond scheduled hours, staying silent about pay, and suppressing frustration. The exchange feels fair at first because the symbolic gestures arrive in small doses before the real demands become visible. Once the family frame is in place, ordinary workplace requests stop being ordinary and become moral tests. Staying late is no longer a scheduling question, it becomes a question of whether you care. Refusing to work a weekend stops being a boundary and gets read as selfishness. Taking a sick day when you are actually sick is read as not pulling your weight. Extraction begins as moral reframing, where your extra effort is recoded as generosity, and then that generosity becomes the new minimum expectation. The most loyal workers in a family-framed workplace are not the most protected, they are the most exploited. Because they care, they absorb requests that other people refuse, and their silence gets read as capacity. That voluntary extra effort soon becomes the baseline, and if you do only your actual job accurately and on time, you are treated as underperforming because you are not visibly sacrificing. You are also forced into invisible emotional labor. You are expected to stay positive, protect morale, and perform gratitude for the privilege of being there, which depletes the exact same energy reserves your actual work depletes. This environment also turns disagreement into a character flaw. In a functional workplace, an employee flagging a problem is doing the organization a favor. But in a corporate family, raising a concern means you failed a loyalty test. You get labeled negative, difficult, or not a team player, and slowly you are left out of conversations. The word family implies mutual obligation, but the sacrifice flows only one way. Workers are asked to sacrifice income and flexibility for the team, but leaders are not asked to sacrifice margin or their compensation packages to protect the workers. The ultimate trap is revealed during hard financial times. The family language survives quarters of growth and product launches, but it does not survive a cost-cutting decision. When the financial math demands reductions, the warm language converts almost overnight into cold procedural terms like headcount restructuring, role elimination, and performance-based separation. The people who were called family on Monday receive calendar invitations on Tuesday for conversations that use none of the previous vocabulary. The severance document will not reference family, and the personal connections built over years will thin out within weeks. A real family is a unit of mutual obligation where no single member can unilaterally expel another. A workplace is an arrangement where one side can end the relationship at will, and the other side's survival depends on not being ended. You are not inside a family, you are inside a state of dependence with better branding. The moment a workplace asks for family-level sacrifice without family-level protection, it stops being culture and starts being extraction. Stop giving your actual family's time to a company that will lay you off to meet a quarterly target. If you want to master the unwritten rules and survive the machine, hit subscribe. Stay sharp.